Milan Zoe here at the premiere of Dear White People, airing on Netflix, and you are stepping into the shade room. How did this compare to your college experience?
Oh man, I went to Howard, so I went to HBCU.
So did I.
Oh my God.
Okay, that changes everything.
Yeah.
So this interview,
So now you know.
Right.
Completely different.
And as a black woman, how important is the narrative and the story that's being told here?
The most important. I'm just happy to be a vessel to convey it.
Now, I read that you were raised, born in Texas, but raised in Saudi Arabia. How did growing up in a Western Asian country kind of change your perspective on race relation?
Oh man, I really love that question. Wow, that might have been my favorite. You know, I think it got me from being such a narrow-minded human being. You know, I went to like an international school, so there was an infinite amount of ethnicities and like backgrounds, so there was no room for prejudice, no room for racism, so it was just a good environment to grow up in. Yeah.
Now, your Instagram is full of just black women empowerment and politics. Now, have you always been woke in sense of the word, or is that something that came about as you prepared for the role?
So the word woke, I use it, but it's not my favorite word because it makes it seem like you get woke and then you're awakened. I feel like we're constantly in this ebb and flow of sometimes we're enlightened and awakened by something, and then we kind of rest in our laurels and go back to what we were doing.
And also realizing that art is activism.
Oh my God, I so love that you just said that.
Yeah.
Do you feel as black people that we are doing enough with our art to create change with our activism?
Yeah, I think some people are.
Okay, and as a black man, what do you think is really important that other black men get particularly from this narrative?
That we're kings. That we're kings, and it's okay to be open and vulnerable and kind of express what's really going on with you internally. I know we have to wear like armor at times, and I'm victim of that too, but it is okay to like let all your kind of strength and kingsmanship like shine in all its glory, emotionally and physically.
America needs to hear these conversations. These are things that we talk about in private, but like we gotta get it out of the dark and talk about it in the open, because one, so many people that look like me don't get to see ourselves on the screen, and two, like I think we could all benefit from being a part of this conversation. So with the movie, I was having even more conversations and like, you know, going even deeper on some of these issues and like getting into it with people who are like, you know, how come the light-skinned girl ends up with the white guy? I'm like, how come, you know, the dark-skinned, you know, having those conversations. And I wanted all of those voices to be in this world as well, because it's all a part of us figuring this thing out.
If your character was writing a letter, Dear White People, what would she say?
If Coco were writing a letter, it would be, Dear white people, I'm coming to take over the world.